Okay, so in this example, we're being asked to write the equation of the quadratic given the 3 points. So notice off to the right here that we have a quadratic opening downward, and we're given 3 points on that quadratic. And they want us to write the equation of this particular quadratic. Now, there are a few ways in which you can do this problem. However, the way that I would do it is by setting up a system of equations. And in particular, you're going to have a 3 by 3 system here, meaning you're going to have 3 equations in which you're solving for 3 different variables. So let's go ahead and talk about that. You're going to need to know the following: how to write a quadratic in standard form. And that's the following, which is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And essentially what we're going to be doing in this problem, we're going to be solving for a, b, and c. Those are going to be our 3 variables. Okay? So what you need to do is start with your points. So we're going to start at 2, 0. And all I'm simply going to do is plug it into my standard form here. So wherever I see a y, I'm plugging in my y value, which in this case is going to be 0. Wherever I see an x, I'm plugging in my x value, which in this case is going to be 2. Alright, and we're going to get our 3 different equations doing this method. Alright, so let's go ahead and plug it in. So here's y, I'm going to plug in a 0. Okay, a, now plugging in my x, which is 2. Okay. And let's see what we get here. So we get 0 is equal to 4a plus 2b plus c. So here is one equation. We're going to go ahead and record that. So we get 0 is equal to 4a plus 2b plus c. Okay, let's move on to our next point. Let's use this one, 1, 4, and we're going to go through the same process. All right, so just plugging it into the standard form. So my y is 4, right? X is going to be 1. Okay, so just plugging it in. And let's do this out. So we get 4 equal, you can just write a here, right? 1a plus b, same thing, just write it as b, and then plus c. All right, so there's another equation. Let's go ahead and record it. So we get 4 is equal to a plus b plus c. All right, let's do this one right here, and we'll get our last equation. So again, my y is 0, my x is -3, so let's plug it in. So 0 is equal to a, -3 squared plus b, -3 plus c. Okay, so we get the following. We get 0 equal to 9a minus 3b plus c. All right, there's our last equation. Let's go ahead and record that. So 0 equal to 9a minus 3b plus c. Okay, so here's our 3 by 3 system of equations. Let's go ahead and erase this. Now, we have done videos in the past on how to solve these types of problems, so make sure you check those out. You should be familiar how to solve a 3 by 3 system of equations. If not, be sure to check out those videos. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to bring this down to a 2 by 2. And in order to do that, we're just going to pick some random equations here. Let's start with 1 and 2. And let's eliminate a variable. In this case, it looks like c is going to be the easiest variable to eliminate. So all I have to do here is multiply my first equation by -1. And the c's will cancel. So for example, let's write it right here. Multiplying my first equation by -1, I get 0 equal to -4a, -2b, -c. So again, just multiplying all the terms by -1, and then writing equation 2 right underneath it. So 4 equal to a plus b plus c, and all you're doing at this point is combining your terms. So 0 plus 4 is 4. Then we get -4a and an a, that's -3a. Okay, then we get -b here. And this is what we want. We want the c's to cancel. Good. Now we only have 2 variables. So we're going to do the same process now, except we're going to pick 2 different equations. So we did 1 and 2. Let's pick 2 different equations. Let's pick 2 and 3. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to eliminate c. So just multiply one of the equations by -1. I'll just multiply the second one by -1. Okay, so doing that, we're going to get -4 get negative a, negative b, negative c, right? Then write the third one right underneath, 0 equal to 9a, negative 3b, plus c, okay? So combining our terms here, we get negative 4. This is going to give us 8a, okay, then negative 4b, and then again the c's cancel, that's what we want. So now we have two equations in which we have two variables. So at this point we're going to eliminate another variable so then we can solve, okay, for one variable. So for example, pick which variable you want to eliminate here. Okay, it looks like if I multiply this equation by negative 4, okay, the b's will cancel. So for example, multiply this equation by negative 4, we're going to get negative 16. Okay, this is going to give us positive 12a, and this will give us positive 4b. And then just write this equation right underneath, we get negative 4 equal to 8a minus 4b, so good, look how the b's will cancel here, that's what we want. So now we can solve for that variable a. So here we're going to get negative 20. Okay, negative 20 equal to, this would give us 20a. So we're simply just going to divide by 20, and we can see that a is going to be equal to negative 1. So a is equal to negative 1. Let's go ahead and record that. So now, this is fairly simple. We just need to go ahead and plug this into our other equations. Let's go back to these two equations. Let's plug in a. It doesn't matter which one you pick. Let's just go ahead and pick this one. So if I plug a in, I can now solve for b. Alright, so let's do that right here real quick. So negative 4 equal to, if I plug a negative 1 into a, that's going to give me negative 8 minus 4b. Okay, let's solve for b. So we're going to add 8 on both sides. Okay, this is going to give us 4 equal to negative 4b. Right, and our last step, we want to divide both sides by negative 4. Okay, so we can see that b is also going to be negative 1. Alright, so we're essentially almost done. Let's just solve for c now. So go back to your originals. You want to pick the easiest one. Equation 2 looks fairly simple. Let's go ahead and plug a and b in, and we can solve for c. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and erase this so we have room. So let's go ahead and do that. And just plugging it into this equation, we're going to get 4 equal to a is negative 1, b is negative 1, and we just have plus c. So we get 4 equal to negative 2 plus c. Add 2 on both sides, right? And we can see that, well, c is equal to 6. So c is equal to 6. We're ready to write our final equation. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. And let's just go ahead and write it right here. So using our standard form here, we're just plugging in a, b, and c. Okay, so I'm going to write y equals a is negative 1, so plug that in, so it's going to be negative x squared. Okay, b is also negative 1, so plugging that in, we get negative x, and c is positive 6. Here is our equation of our quadratic. Alright, so we just found the equation of the quadratic using the 3 points. Okay, and that is it.